Smith, but since leaving the TARDIS, he's become a one-man film factory, writing, acting and directing a huge number of hits.
Yes, perhaps the best known of those are the gritty urban dramas Kidulthood and Adulthood, but now Noel's turning his hand to romantic comedy with a film called The Knot.
I'm going to speak to him in just a moment. Good morning.
Good morning.
How
Thanks for having me. I'm good, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
We're doing good.
Good.
Unexpected things happening this morning. So we'll look forward to the interview in just a moment. First, let's have a look at Noel in the film, arriving at the church alongside the groom, Jared.
You're already here. You're supposed to arrive after us. I'm so sorry, babe. I'm ready. Ugh. What do you mean, dead man? You are dead man now. What?
And Noel joins us now. Good morning, and tell us a little bit about, so you are the best man.
I'm the best man, yeah.
Or not the best man.
Or the worst man, depending on how you sit. Yeah,
and the thing is, you set this up and it's a wedding situation.
Yeah.
A young couple getting married and the stuff that goes on the day.
Yeah, a young couple getting married and they've decided to have their wedding day taped by their friends, and chaos ensues. You know, it's really very funny, really.
And of course, wedding mishaps are ripe for comedy, aren't they?
They
As
are.
we know.
They are. They always have been. And I think you have the classics like Four Weddings and stuff like that. And wedding days are one of the best scenarios for comedy because there's so much that could potentially go wrong.
That's because, do you know what? I came up on the train last night, and there were a couple sitting next to me who were discussing in enormous detail the reception.
The reception. That has happened or was going to happen?
It was going to happen. Who was going to sit where? But no, we have to move them. People put so much effort into planning.
People get very angry, and the one thing you can always guarantee is it will never go as planned. And so, a lot of films have exploited that, and this film's sort of being called like the UK Bridesmaids or whatever. It was actually written before those films, quite a few.
How frustrating for you.
I know. But I guess the fact that they came out has enabled it to come out, but it was actually written before those, so,
Have you been a best man in real life?
Yes, but there was no chaos like this.
Oh, was it all...
Yeah, because the groom was kind of like, right, I don't want any stag stuff, I just want you to be there on the day, and so it was kind of like just a mate, really, just handing the ring over, not like the best man like you want to be.
But in amongst all the other pressures of the wedding day, the bride and the groom and the parents and everything, the best man, there's a lot of pressure on the best man, isn't there?
On the best man. I mean, you have to come up with a good speech.
And you're a professional writer, so people expect you to come up with a really good speech.
Yeah, they do.
Was it a really good speech?
It was pretty good, yeah. It was pretty good. I don't know if the future wife liked all of it, because you have to give away a few little things that get them in trouble. Potentially ruin the honeymoon. That's kind of the idea for the best man. But I think they're still married, so it was all good.
I think that potential wives, brides as we call them, brides have very different views of what should be in the best man speech to best men.
Yes, I think so.
What happened at your wedding? Are you married?
I am.
Yeah.
I am married. Do you know what? I didn't do best man speeches. I didn't do best man speeches at my
You avoided that pitfall.
We had like a massive party and had like no speeches and stuff like that. And a lot of my friends that I worked with came by and I didn't do the speeches.
Maybe that's the way around it.
I actually thought it was probably best. Like, I don't know if she's watching now. I thought it'd be best that there was no best man speech. But there's a best man speech in the film, though.
Yeah, and there are lots of mishaps. I mean, are they all from... Did you pick these up along the way, sort of anecdotally, from friends of things that genuinely happened? Because some of them are quite extreme. Some of them look like kind of a lot of pranks, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, the pranks are the things that we may have done in the past to friends that were getting married, and some of the other things were just like, what would be funny, or what would be a little bit of maybe gross out humour, or sweet humour, or what would the girls do? Because this film is really, it's not just about the men, it's not like just a hangover type thing. You follow the groomsmen and the bride and the bridesmaids, so you kind of, it's equal opportunities for both the males and females.
I'm concerned that I don't want to run out of time with you.
I wouldn't run it either.
No, that would be a mistake. So I'm going to ask you quite quickly about Star Trek.
Yes.
Now, what's going on with Star Trek, and how are you involved?
Well, last time I was out in LA filming Star Trek 2, and as far as I'm aware, I'm still in the movie. That's going to come.
interesting thing to say.
Are you allowed to say anything about that?
Well, it's an interesting thing to say because you go out there and do a big film and you don't know what they're going to cut when you're back here in London. So
Have you been cut out of films before?
Yes.
Which one?
Ghost Rider 2. Probably better off for that, to be honest, but yeah, I was cut out of that.
It's like a claim to fame, isn't it? It's quite good. What role do you play in the Star Wars?
I'm not allowed to
Star
say.
Trek, not Star Wars.
Not Star Wars. Whew. You were going to get it today, man.
Sorry.
There's going to be a
It's
lot.
not the first mistake I've made this morning.
But that's a big Star Wars stuff.
That is.
I'm not allowed to tell you what I play, but it was a lot of fun. And J.J. Abrams.
Well, if it cuts out, we'll never know.
That's right. That's right. But then I could tell you afterwards. I'd be like, well, I did play this, but I'm out now.
When do we find out?
Probably when the film premieres in May.
Right.
And do you still get the Doctor Who? Do you still get a lot of people coming up to you asking about Doctor Who?
Yeah.
I bet you do.
There was people outside this morning actually. I didn't think that. I didn't think that that people would turn up, but there were people outside this morning.
Oh, people who knew you were going to be on the programme and just wanted to see you because of your role
Doctor
in
Who,
Doctor
and
Who.
signed some stuff, and it was really nice, and a couple of kid out of DVDs as well. It's really, I love Doctor Who. It was a great experience.
Yeah.
And who knows?
Who knows? As in,
Who knows?
what's that? It might
Who
be bad.
knows, man? I really loved it. I would never not. If I was asked, but I'm doing my films now, and
You do have an incredible work rate.
yeah.
You produce a lot of stuff.
Yeah, hopefully good stuff.
Yeah.
And
Well, the last time I remember talking about one of your films, Fast Girls,
yes,
just before
that's
the
right.
Olympics.
That's right. Yeah.
That was a big hit, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did alright. Yeah, we did alright. I write a lot of stuff, and because I love creating things, I love writing, I love acting, I love doing the job I do. But also, we will have bills to pay, so you can't just write what keeps the
That's
beat.
the bottom line.
So bottom line is I'll sit down and write all day long.
Lovely to see you today.
Thank you
so much.
The Knot is out October 5th. Please go see it.
Yes, just about to say that. New film The Knot in cinemas from Friday.
Maybe I should just do your job then.
Yeah. Don't give anyone ideas. That's it from us this morning. Tomorrow we are joined by the wife and daughter of the late comedian Les Dawson. They have put together a book.